Hello there, welcome to this platform. I am Folukemi and I am so happy to have you on my channel and on my page. If you are from the WhatsApp community, the content creators community that I run, you're very welcome. I hope that as we're starting this journey together, we're going to be able to learn from one another. I am willing and ready to learn from you, just like you want to learn from me too. And maybe if by YouTube algorithm you are able to find this video, you are also very welcome. Wherever you're coming from, you're welcome. And I hope that this video is going to help you. I hope that you're going to be able to pick one or two things that will help you on your journey as a content creator. So I don't know the level that you are. Maybe you're just starting as a content creator, or maybe you have started but you need some more information, or maybe you need some more things, or you need some more, let's just say, information generally that is going to help you on your journey, that is going to help your platforms, your channel, whatever it is that you have right now. Okay, like recently, for some years now, like say 10 years now, everybody is a content creator. Like, all you need is a social media platform like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. You need a smartphone, of course, and then you need internet, some data, and you are now a content creator. But the thing is, it is not good enough to just pick up your phone and start creating content, or maybe start doing something simply because somebody that you're following on the social media is doing it, or because your friend is doing it, or because you just feel like doing it. I did that. And believe me, I did a lot of mistakes that I really want to help you to avoid. And those mistakes, and looking at my journey as a content creator, I don't want people to fall into the mistakes and the ditches that I fell into. I have a lot of stories. Like, it is a miracle that I did not give up. Not because the journey is so hard, or not because the journey was so hard, but because I was not equipped. I didn't have enough knowledge. I didn't have enough things that I was supposed to work with. I was just doing things as a cam. And because of that, I struggled a lot. I wasted so many years beating around the bush, falling into ditches, making expensive mistakes. And one of those mistakes actually cost me this channel. Yes, this channel was deleted sometimes, I think in 2021. But after a lot of effort, I was able to get it back. And maybe one day I'm going to share how I was able to get this channel back, but that is not the reason for this video. Now, you're starting as a content creator. There are some things that you need to do. I can remember in 2012, yes, 2012 exactly. I can't remember the month, but I can remember that in that year, I decided to create my first Facebook page. I think I named it Let's Talk About the World. Like, let us talk about the word of God. But it was let's talk about the world. And sometimes I get inspired. I drop some messages there. And I share these messages in the inbox, not through Messenger. A lot of things have changed now, but it was a little bit easier then. But I had a lot of challenges. And one of them was that I did not even have a smartphone to work with. But I just knew that this is something that I wanted to do. I knew that this is something that I desired so much to do, and I started like that. But I didn't have a plan. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just wanted to share, and I started sharing. But looking over the years, content creation has grown so much that if you do what I did then, you're just going to wake up one day and tell yourself that you don't want to do this anymore. And trust me, I believe that a lot of people are giving up. A lot of people have given up. In fact, me, myself, for some time, I was like on a break. I didn't know what to do anymore. And it was because I did not have a plan. I did not answer some important questions that I am going to be asking you today. Now, I don't know, maybe you want to pick a pen or you want to pick your phone and just write something down. If you're just starting or you've started, you already have some platforms, but you want to improve, you want to grow, you may want to note this point. And when you are able to find answers to these questions that I'm going to talk about today, then you are going to be able to have a more effective content creation journey. Now, the first question that I want to ask you is, what are you passionate about, or what are you knowledgeable about? What are you good at? For example, now let's say that somebody like me that can go for a whole month without applying makeup. I don't even know how to do a lot of things. Let's say that somebody like me, I want to open a channel or I want to start a page or a blog about makeup and fashion. I am going to struggle so much. Like, it is going to be very difficult for me because I lack the skill, the passion, the knowledge, everything about that part. Or maybe you want to have like a news blog, or you want to have a platform where you share news and information, but you don't even know how to write news stories. Even if you're going to come on YouTube, sometimes you need to write a script. But if you don't even know anything about news, how are you going to function there? How are you going to be able to communicate well? How are you going to be able to get creative about things that you don't even know much about? Now, that is one thing that you need to pay attention to. For example, somebody that is not so passionate or even interested in learning about tech, about phones, mobile phones, about laptops, about gadgets generally, is going to have a hard time or impossible task of being a tech creator. You can't say because Fisayo is doing it, or maybe because you love Mr. Who is the Boss, on YouTube, and because of that you want to do something like that. It is going to be difficult for you because you are not them, because you are not passionate about tech and you're not even knowledgeable. So before you decide on what to do, or maybe before you even start at all, you need to decide that, okay, this is what I am passionate about, this is what I am knowledgeable about, and this is what I want to share. This is what I want to deliver. Now, this is going to take me to the second point, which is having a niche. Now, it is not compulsory that you focus so much on one thing. There are times that, for example, if you have like a lifestyle platform, you can spice things up. You can talk about family, talk about food, talk about beauty and everything. But the thing is, it is good for you to know what your channel is going to be about. Or let me say, it is good for you to know what your platform is going to be about. Don't just do things and maybe, okay, for example, I can remember that some years ago, I had this blog that I opened. It was first on Blogspot, then I bought a domain name. And because I was passionate about news, I was passionate about relationship, I was passionate about a lot of things. So today now, maybe I started a blog as a relationship platform. Like I already had a group, I was just sharing relationship tips and everything. And I was quite good at it because I was passionate about it. I had watched people talk to people, a lot of things like that. So I knew what I wanted to do. But at the same time, I wanted to do news because as a graduate of mass communication, who loves sharing information, and I believe that I am actually quite good at it. So because of that, I wanted to do news. I love politics. I love talking politics. I love sharing news about politics. And at a point, I had to restructure my blog. The name was like about life, about living. Now I was bringing news to it. The name and the platform, they were no longer, you understand, they were no longer like merging. They were no longer working together. So because of that, I was just like, okay, let me create another platform for news. And then I created another one for news, general news, politics and everything, sport, entertainment, general entertainment. And then, remember that some years ago when I started the page, it was like a Christian platform. But now, I was no longer about that. I was no longer growing that. I was no longer interested in it. I abandoned it. So, I was getting serious and I forgot what I was passionate about initially and what I was doing, and I was doing okay. So now it was about news. It was difficult for me to focus because today I want to do this, tomorrow I want to do this. I didn't know what to do. So the thing that you need to ask yourself is, what do you want to do? What type of content do you want to create? There are people that are having fun. They are catching fun, it's all for the cruise, for clouds, on TikTok, they just dance, do a lot of random things. And you will see that most of the time, they don't actually have substance. They don't have impact. Those are the platforms that you go to when you want to laugh or when you want to relax. They're not actually sharing anything meaningful. But if you actually want to be a content creator par excellence, then it is important for you to answer this question: what do you want to do? For example, at a point, I had to go back, after many years of wasting time, wasting money. I can't even count how many domain names I registered as a blogger. And why? Because I was not focused. Because today I am doing this, tomorrow I want to do that. I was not in one place. And because of that, I was just registering different domain names, creating different pages, and then I would have put a lot of effort into this one, and then I'll change my mind and do something else. At the end of the day, I was not growing. And in 2018, God just helped me to be able to go back to what I started with. Then I started a Christian blog. And I was not even keen about YouTube, and just gradually, I was going there, I was doing it, and that was my first breakthrough as a content creator. But maybe I would have had a better and bigger breakthrough earlier, only if I knew what to do. But because I didn't have a plan, I didn't know what to do, I was just going up and down, just doing this and that. So don't be like that. Ask yourself, what do I want to do? Is it lifestyle? Is it family? Do you want to teach people about this? Is it cooking tutorial? Is it about sharing information? Do you just want to share the gospel more? Do you want your voice to be there? Do you want to lend your voice to this cause? Do you want, just to know what you want to do? When you know what you want to do, you will be able to have other plans. And then, of course, let me add this, that even when you know what to do, you are still going to modify and adjust your plans along the way. It happens. But it is not going to be overhauling. It is not going to be like you're not growing. You are still going to be growing, but you are making adjustments, but you're not starting all over. I can't even count how many times I had to start all over because I was not focused. So I wanted to avoid this pitfall. That is the reason I am making this video. So another question that you need to ask yourself is, who am I doing this content for? Who am I creating this content for? You are not just a content creator that is just creating for everybody. Because at the end of the day, most of the time you will need to have like your target audience. For example, you want to do research, and you're like, okay, I'm targeting the youth, I'm targeting the older people. Now, depending on what you want to create, for example, if you want to create a content, let's say in Yoruba language, you know that you're targeting Yoruba people. If you want to create gospel content, you know that you're targeting the Christians, right? Now, if you want to create content for children, you know that you have to follow some laws and everything. And knowing who you want to create content for is going to help you to plan your content, to develop ideas, and to execute your content. It is going to help you in a lot of ways. Sometimes we run into a ditch, we run against the wall, like we are pushed against the wall. We don't know what to do again, simply because we don't even know who we are creating content for. We don't know who we're targeting. Now, it is also important to know the needs that you want to meet, or sometimes the solution that you want to provide. For example, now, if you want to provide information, like you want to have a news and current affair platform, then you know that you want to meet the information needs of the people. If you want to do tutorial, you know that you want to provide solutions, you want to provide education. So it is important for us to know that this is what I want to do. This is the needs that I want to meet. Now, knowing this is going to be like your guide in the type of content that you create, in the type of things that you do. You are not just going to be jumping on every trend, especially when they don't apply to you. For example, if you're a foodie, like you like cooking, you like learning new food recipe every time, there are some people that you're going to follow. And you also know that if you want to learn about makeup, there are just some people that you will follow on social media. And you want to buy a new phone. For example, now, if I want to learn about a phone, maybe a mobile phone, a smartphone that is out, I want to read the review and everything, there are some people that I am going to look up to because I know that this is what they do and I trust them. So knowing the needs that you want to meet is going to help you to build your expertise in some areas or in a particular area. And it is going to help you to build your trust with your audience because they know that when it comes to, for example, when it comes to food, you know, there is Ife Kitchen, there is Kitchen Lover, there is Sisi Yemi. For example, if there's gospel news, you want to stay updated about what is happening in the gospel world, especially in Nigeria, you want to go to Godson TV, you want to go to Iduno TV, you want to go to channels that you know or platforms that you know that will give you this thing that you're looking for. So now that you are the creator, the question again is, what needs are you meeting? If you are able to decide your needs, then you will be able to decide the type of content that you'll be creating. And then you will be able to build expertise. And then you will also be able to build trust. So much that your audience will trust you. They know that, no, you're not going to give them what is fake or what is wrong. Because you know what you're doing. But if today you're doing makeup, tomorrow you're cooking, next tomorrow you're doing news, another time you're doing this, it is not going to help you so much. And if care is not taken, one day you may just discover that you have not really gone far. You have not really done much. And you have not really made any impact. So if you really want to make impact and you don't want to be a random TikToker that can just carry camera on the road and just like, look at my clothes. And you know, it is actually okay to have people look at what you're wearing. It is okay to have people look at your makeup, but a content creator that is actually delivering is not going to tell you that look at my clothes, look at my makeup, look at my hair, but they are going to tell you how to achieve the same thing. You know, that is creativity at work. And another very important point is that, see, not all of us will be on YouTube. Not all of us will be on Facebook. The question is, you need to have a concept and you need to find a way or decide on the ways to execute the concept. You need to have, decide on the platform that you want to be on. You need to decide, especially when you are just starting, where are you starting from? Are you starting from being a blogger? Do you want to, there are some content creators that they don't even have a YouTube channel. They don't even have a blog or a website, but they are just on Instagram. And on Instagram, people know them. And they are making money, they are making impact, they are delivering well on Instagram. Some are just on Twitter and some on Facebook. And they are growing large, they're having sponsors. So it is not everybody that will be on a particular platform. That is what I'm saying. You need to decide where you want to deliver your content. For example, if your content is going to be in text, then you may want to look at Instagram, especially text and pictures. You know that now when you're doing text, you're doing pictures. So you may want to look at Instagram, you may want to look at Twitter, you may want to look at Facebook. If you want to do podcasts, like you want to be a podcaster, you don't want your face shown, you just want to talk, then you may be considering Spotify. You may be considering other podcast platforms that will meet your need. And if you want to be a video content creator, you want to create videos for all platforms, then you're talking about Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all. And if you just need to decide the type of content that you want to make and how to deliver your content. And don't say, okay, I don't have this, so I'm not going to do this. No. For example, some people will tell you, I don't have a camera, so that is the reason I am not on YouTube, even though I want to be on YouTube. No, that is like an excuse. Over the years, I've learned that if you want to do anything in this century, you are going to do it. All these excuses. Remember that at the beginning of this video, I said that as long as you have a smartphone and you have internet, you are good to go. So you're not going to say, okay, for example, I want to be a blogger and I don't have a domain name, I don't have hosting, I don't have this. Because of that, you are not doing anything. No. If you're going to be a blogger, then do your blogging on Facebook. Do your blogging on Instagram. You have a lot of options now that you can explore. The only thing that may stop you is you. So as long as you know what you want to do, then find the available platform that is going to help you to do it now, to start it now. Okay, lastly, do you know that you can create content to promote your business, your existing business? And from your content, maybe sometimes after a while, you have put in a lot of effort and you're not making money. Do you know that? It is actually a beautiful thing. Like, okay, for example, let's say that you're selling clothes, shoes, and bags. You can create you can create content along that path. And as you're delivering your content, you're advertising your business. So you're not giving anybody money to advertise for you because you are doing it yourself. How beautiful is that? So that's another way that you can create content, or should I say another reason. For example, I know some makeup artists that are also teaching people makeup on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, as in they are very serious with it. They are getting sponsorship, and at the same time they are advertising their own crafts. So you can advertise your craft, and even if you're not like a video creator, you can create your blog, and as you are getting people to visit your blog, you are also adding the pictures and details of your business. So that is another way. Should I just say like a bonus point? So as a content creator, you can use your content creating to promote your existing business. So at the end of the day, you may even have 2 ways or 2 streams of income. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have gotten some values. If yes, please kindly drop comments. And if you have any question that you want to ask, especially if you're not on the WhatsApp group, drop your comments in the comment section below, and I'll try as much as I can to answer them. And if you are watching, or you joined this video, you're watching this video from the content creator WhatsApp group, just drop your question there and I am going to answer you. Thank you so much. Don't forget that Jesus loves you so much, and I love you too, but not as much as Jesus loves you. Bye.